Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'm bringing you guys my Holiday Gift Guide 2019. Now this is something a little bit different for me. I even got dressed up for the occasion. Hope you guys appreciate it. But, every year around the holidays, the studios, they kind of want you to push some of their movies. And so I thought it would be a kind of a cool idea to try a holiday gift guide. I did already post one on my website, and there's a ton more stuff on my website that I think you guys would be interested in if you guys want to check that out. I always have a link to my website down in the description below. But so I do have a stack here of movies that I want to talk to you guys about. And I did pick up some other cool stuff that I feel like would make really good gifts for holiday kind of things. I didn't pick up a ton of it, because obviously I had to purchase it myself. And depending on how you guys like this video, maybe it'll be something we'll try again next year. So let's get into it, guys. Remember, you can find affiliate links to purchase all this stuff on Amazon down in the description below. And just keep in mind, again, that all the movies were sent to me for free to review for you guys. But all the other products I did purchase myself, but all my opinions are my own. I'm not paid for any of my opinions. So let's get into it, guys. First up, coolest thing here got sent to me from Warner Brothers. And I know I've talked about this several times already, but I did agree to put this in my holiday gift guide. This is the Big Bang Theory, the complete series limited edition. Limited edition complete set here. I did do an unboxing and review of this thing already, guys, but I'll just show it to you again real quick. Really cool box set. It is spendy if you got that really special someone you really need to spend close to $200 on, and they're Big Bang Theory fans. This would be a great thing. Check it out. It's got this book here. I think I started at the back. A pop-out picture in the front. Really cool. And then you have each page is a season. So you have 2 discs for each season. These are Blu-rays. And then you have a picture there. I don't know for a fact, but I would assume each picture on the page is from the corresponding season. I don't know the show well enough to know for sure, but that would make sense to me, but you never know, I guess. And then it does also include this cool episode guide here, where you get an actual rundown of each episode and a brief kind of synopsis there. It does also include the complete series on digital. So really not a terrible price. Like, I know it's a lot to put down for, at once, but if you were to go buy each season, I think it would cost you more than that, or close to that at least. So pretty cool set, guys. I really like this set for sure. A little hard to put on your movie shelf, but still pretty cool. Next thing up, Warner Brothers sent over Gotham, the complete series. Now, I have not seen this entire series. It's 5 seasons, and I believe they're, in the 20 or so episode range for each season. So it's kind of a lot to undertake. But I had started season 1, and I was like, it's a little violent. It was a little hard to watch with my daughter around. I did watch seasons 4 and 5, and I haven't really watched any of 2 and 3, but I definitely need to go back and finish all those seasons, guys. This show is so cool. I really love it. I really love everything I've seen, and it takes place in Gotham City, obviously, from the DC fame, and it's when Batman is a teenager, so his parents have already been killed, but he hasn't actually become Batman yet. He's kind of like training to become Batman, but Gotham has already been overrun by, like, the Riddler, and the Joker, and Poison Ivy, and just all these people, but it's kind of like their younger days, and Commissioner Gordon is kind of fighting against them all. And guys, I just love this show. It's got such, to me, it just, everything I think of when I think of Batman is in this show. I mean, yes, it's younger versions, but it just has the right look, and the dialogue, and the makeup, and the costumes, and the scenery and everything is so cool. If you do buy this box set, it does include just the standard each season inside. So you won't be missing out on anything there. Cool box set. I did unbox this and review it in the past as well, but I love the show, guys. All right, now also from Warner Brothers is Shazam. Now, I love this movie, guys. Probably one of my favorite of the modern DC movies. You know, I really love kind of the older Batman movies, and I just don't feel like the more modern DC movies, like The Dark Knight was like the last DC movie I liked for quite a while, and then they came out with a couple of good ones. Shazam, great movie about this kid who's an orphan, and this superhero named Shazam is getting old and looking for his replacement, and he finds this kid, and he kind of transforms into this adult superhero and back to a kid. And it's just a really good family-friendly story, funny, a lot of action, a lot of fun, guys. I really love this one. So now I guess I will share my first non-movie item. This one is based on a Warner Brothers title. It is the Clark Griswold Funko Pop, guys. You know, I think this is a great gift for anybody who loves movies, Christmas, Funko Pops. This thing works on so many levels. I love the look of this. He's got the Marty Moose cup there, and I guess it has eggnog in it. I mean, it's kind of yellow, but I guess it's supposed to be eggnog in it. A love movie, you know, many family traditions, family favorites based on this. I didn't pick it up, but they did also make a Cousin Eddie. I might pick that up in the future. But for the purpose of this video, I did pick up this one. A great one for sure. Next up, also from Warner Brothers, probably my second favorite modern DC movie here, Aquaman. This one was another one where it had a really good story, really good characters, really good look. The story was good. We've seen similar ones in the DC animated universe, but live action Jason Momoa as Aquaman, he fit the part. They did such a good job with this movie. The only drawback I feel really to this movie was kind of the villain wasn't very good, and it just left me wanting more in that respect. But otherwise, highly recommend this movie for DC fans. Looks like there's going to be a lot of Warner Brothers titles in this video, guys. I didn't even realize how heavy it was on the Warner Brothers. The Wizard of Oz on 4K. Now, this isn't a movie that I necessarily grew up watching or was very familiar with. I mean, I'm sure I had seen it before, but not in a time that I remembered, or did I remember too much about it. But I popped in this 4K, guys, and I was like, man, that thing looks good. It looks so good. And I popped in the Blu-ray, and I was like, oh man, that looks not very good. So this is a movie that for sure, if you're a fan of The Wizard of Oz, I would say is 100%, maybe even 500%, you know, worth the upgrade. It's just so much clearer, so much better color, like ridiculously better color on the 4K than the Blu-ray. And if you guys aren't familiar with it, you know, I'm not necessarily into like these musical type things, but this movie was a lot of fun. I was really impressed kind of with how they made these sets and everything for the time. It just all worked, and it's such a fun movie for sure on that one. Next up from Warner Brothers is Gremlins, and this is from one of my favorites, Steven Spielberg. I believe he produced this one probably though. Gremlins, it's another Christmas tale, a little bit different kind of Christmas movie about this guy who's like in this Chinatown shop, and he's looking for a gift, and he finds this little mogwai. It's just kind of like this little, almost like a teddy bear kind of thing. You can see a picture right there on the front. And the guy gives him these rules: don't feed it after midnight, don't get it wet. Was there another one? I can't remember. You know, he's real cute, and then he accidentally gets wet, and when he gets wet, these kind of like things replicate off him, or whatever you want to call it, and they are gremlins, and they're kind of like the opposite of him. They're all gross and reptilian and bad, and they want to like take over the town and destroy everything and get drunk and just do all this crazy stuff. And this group of kids, they have to save the town. It was a really cool movie, guys. I really enjoyed this one. You know, it's kind of a family classic. To me, the 4K, I don't know, if you have it on Blu-ray, you might be good enough, but I definitely think it was a beneficial. And a lot of this movie takes place at night. A lot of dark scenes did look good on that. Next up from Warner Brothers is The Shining. This is the classic horror movie based on the Stephen King novel, where this family of three, a mom, a dad, and a kid, they go to stay in this hotel in the middle of nowhere. It closes down for the winter, but they need caretakers, so these people agree, and the dad's an author, and he's having trouble writing, so he's like, well, you know, I'll be free from distraction up there, and I can really get to it. Unfortunately, there's some sinister forces at work, and people start going a little crazy. And very interesting movie. I definitely like it, but I don't know, a little confusing to me too. I don't necessarily understand it real great. The 4K to me, I didn't see a whole lot of improvement. It did look like they had turned the brightness up and, giving you a brighter picture and kind of the feeling of it being an upgrade, but I felt like it just looked like the brightness was turned up. But still one to check out for sure, this movie, The Shining, if you haven't already. Pan's Labyrinth. Now, this one is a fan favorite, just a really well-known Guillermo del Toro movie about this girl who goes to live kind of like in the woods almost with her mom and her new, are they married? Her new husband or whatever, and he's kind of like this army, almost like a dictator kind of guy, but I mean, he's just like a general, or I don't know what he was in this army, and she kind of escapes into this fantasy life, or is it reality? That's the thing I didn't understand, is she kind of goes into these fairy tales, but you don't really know for sure if she's just imagining it all, or if it's real. Amazing movie, so great. Definitely, if you guys haven't seen the movie, check it out. The 4K to me, I mean, the dark looked good. A lot of this movie is dark. To me, it's not really about an upgrade in color or maybe even resolution, but maybe the dark scenes were better. If you guys haven't seen this movie, you're sleeping on it for sure. Check it out. Now, last thing up from Warner Brothers, It Chapter 2. This one just recently released and is obviously the conclusion to the first half of It, another movie based on a Stephen King novel where these kids are in this town and it's plagued by this weird, mysterious entity that kills children. And in the first half, they fight him and defeat him. The second half, it's like 27 years later, and they have to come back as adults. And that's what this one is. They come back as adults, and they have to finish it off for good. Great movie, guys. I find it hard to compare this to the original because they're both so good, but I love this one for sure. Now, to go along with that, I did also pick up this It doll figure set here. This is actually also from Funko. They're only about maybe 2 inches, maybe 2 inches. This one has Pennywise, Stan, and Mike as kids. To me, these are really cool. They got a couple different ones. I don't know if this is all of them. On the back, they have a couple more listed. Pennywise with arm. I think I just severed arm. Beverly with iron, and Ben. Pennywise with Balloon, Bill, and George. Pennywise with Wig, Stan, and Mike. Pennywise with Crab Legs, Richie, and A. Here's a look at those in the back. This wasn't super expensive. I want to say it was $10 to $15. Kind of a cool little, I would like to call it a stocking stuffer, but it'd have to be a pretty big stocking. It's a cool little thing, for a horror fan or a fan of It. Cool thing to pick up there. Next up, sent over from Cinedyne, is Anna and the Apocalypse. Now, I remember seeing a lot of advertising for this, like on Instagram, before it released, and I didn't really know what it was, but when I got to check it out, I fell in love with this movie. It's about this town in, I believe it was England. It's been a bit since I watched it, but it's like Christmas Eve or real close to Christmas, and the kids are kind of like, they're almost like a romance kind of thing going on, and there ends up being a zombie apocalypse, and it's also a musical and a comedy and a romance, and just all this, it's like so much stuff thrown into one, but it works so brilliantly. This movie is so much fun, and it's kind of another thing that you guys could throw into that kind of odd movie, Christmas movie rotation, where it's not really a fun family movie, it's more of a horror comedy kind of thing, and it definitely is a lot of fun. Check that one out for sure. From Lionsgate is this giant box set for Apocalypse Now. Now, this wasn't a movie I had seen before, but it is a movie about the Vietnam War, and there's this group of soldiers who are going up this river, and it's a super dangerous river. They're going up to find this guy. He's gone crazy, and he's like killing all the natives, and he thinks he's like a god or something. And it's just this amazing story. It's a little long for sure. It looked good on 4K. This thing is so cheap too. Like, it's a 6-disc set, just a really nice set for what you get. If you guys are into this movie, this is something you pick up. I think it has 3 cuts of the movie, something like that. 40th anniversary includes Apocalypse Now Redux, Hearts of Darkness. Check that thing out, guys. The last movie I have for you guys is 3 from Hell, the third in the trilogy from Rob Zombie. First was House of a Thousand Corpses, then was The Devil's Rejects, and now we get 3 from Hell. Unfortunately, Sid Haig was in very poor health. I guess when they filmed this, he's not in it much. And then so we have another guy who kind of replaces him in the group. And to me, this movie wasn't much of a horror movie. They kind of capture these people and they hold them all captive. And that part kind of reminded me of House of a Thousand Corpses, where they're just crazy and they're like killing people and whatnot. But then they just like go on this road trip to Mexico, and then there's like these drug lords there that want to kill them, and it just becomes more of like an action movie to me. I thought this movie was okay. I didn't love it. I would have expected it to be much more of a horror movie. Last kind of gift idea I got for you guys here is the Toy Story 4. This is a six-pack collector set. Now, I think these may have been available as singles at, like Walmart and stuff, but these are Hot Wheels character cars. So these kind of work on a couple levels, for a die-cast collector, a movie fan, even just a child. It is a little expensive. I think it's about $25. And they kind of look like they're just the base cars. I'm not sure, because I know they had the collector, kind of the higher end Hot Wheels of these. To open it up and check it out. I'm not really sure exactly which ones they are, but I thought it was a cool set. Definitely if you're looking for someone in that $25 range, middle-aged man. Well, hopefully I'm not quite middle-aged, but middle-aged man like myself, probably be into this. I've always kind of been into die-cast and cars and stuff like that, so I think this is a cool thing. It is taped there on the bottom. So unfortunately, I did see this in the picture. I think if you have to punch these out if you want to get the cars out, but it looks like this whole piece might come out, so we don't have to wreck this box. Let me try that out real quick. Yeah. So you could punch these out, and the cars are behind it, or they do have them just in this plastic kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know if I love this set. The cars, although they are unique and unique to the movie and whatnot, these are definitely just the quality of a standard Hot Wheel. So the ones that are $1. I mean, this is a very lightweight plastic on plastic. The part of the frame is die cast though. So that would be the Woody right here. You got the hat, kind of the cow skin, the spurs on the back. It's a cool design. I'm not going to argue the design for sure, but for a $25 set, that's Amazon price though. Let's see here. This is the Bo Peep. This is kind of cool. This is a metal car. Definitely a cool look. It's kind of like the dress. Like if you stand it up, it's supposed to be kind of like her dress. Kind of cool. Not as cool as the Woody for sure. And then we have obviously the Buzz Lightyear. Now this one is really cool. It's got the kind of jetpack on the back. Again, I just want to say these are the standard, dollar Hot Wheel quality. They're not the collector quality cars. And this must be, I don't know what his name's, Forky? The skinny one there. Got the fork on it. Pretty cool. I definitely like the design. I just wish that for a set like this, they had been the higher quality. And that's I don't know, what's his name, Rex? Yeah, Rex. It's a cool one. And this one is Ducky and Bunny. Now to me, the bunny one almost looks like the Mystery Machine. And it's not exact, but it's pretty close. There's a little trailer. I don't think that comes off. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to come off. Little car and trailer. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I was just looking for a few items to throw in that weren't movies, but were like movie related or kind of my kind of culture of movie fandom related. And I thought this was cool. It's still cool, a little spendy for what you get though. Okay, so finally, if you guys made it this far into the video, I do have some giveaways, some stuff that was sent to me, stuff I have extra of, some stuff I don't want, just stuff I kind of want to give away. And so what you'll have to do, I think on this one, is comment. So there's going to be 3 kind of things you can win. So you can comment 1, 2, or 3, or you can comment 1 or 2, or 1 or 3, or 2 and 3, or whatever you'd like. Comment that, and number 1 will be open to only people 18 years of age or older, just because it has a rated R movie in it. And so what I'll do is the comment section, I'll pick random, I'll do like a random comment picker, and if you picked 1 or 2 and you were the first one, then you'd get 1. Then I'll pick another one, and if you've picked 2, then you'll win 2, and then I'll pick another one until I've gotten 1, 2, and 3 all picked. And that's how it's gonna work. I don't know, I was just kind of trying to think for a while how we could do this. It's gonna be a little tough because maybe I don't want to just say, oh, enter me in the giveaway, and then you don't want what you win or whatever. So let's do that. I think that'll work. For 1, if you pick 1, remember you can pick all 3, but if you pick 1, I have a copy of Yesterday, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy sealed on that. I have not seen this one yet, guys, so I can't really talk too much about it. And then I also have a brand new sealed copy of The Goldfinch. I did watch this one and review it. Now it was a really good movie, a little long, and this one says it's rated R for drug use and language. If there was language, there wasn't much, and I don't think there was a ton of drug use. But basically, this kid is in this museum with his mom, and a bomb, I think, goes off. They don't really say exactly, but that seems like what was happening is a bomb went off, and it kills a lot of people, including his mom. And it's just kind of him struggling to grow up after this event. And, he kind of moves in with his family, and he really likes it, but then his dad comes back into the picture, and he doesn't want to live with his dad, but he doesn't really have a choice. And just kind of all this crazy stuff happens. And then it kind of follows him around when he's an adult as well, with this girl he's engaged to, but she's cheating on him, and this girl who he's in love with, but she kind of doesn't want a romance with him, and his career and all this stuff, guys. It was a really interesting movie. I definitely enjoyed that one. So that's 1. Okay, now number 2. These were all sent to me from Wellgo USA, and so I'm going to give them all to one person here. T-34. This was a really kind of interesting movie about these different tank units, and they're fighting. And I thought the CGI was pretty good on it. Definitely enjoyed that one. Probably one of my favorites of this bunch. T-34. Also Fury. Now this was almost like taken. I can't remember where this was from. Vietnam, and it's a woman instead of a man, but her kid gets taken, and she's got to fight everybody to get her back. Very interesting movie, guys. I really enjoyed it. The main woman here was awesome in this movie. And then last one we have here is The Unity of Heroes, and I can't remember exactly what this one was about. This one did have a slipcover though, so if you guys would like to try to win those, that would be 2. And last up, guys, this was a promotional item sent to me. Never shared it, I don't think, because maybe I did. I can't remember. I was out of town when I got it, but I have this Rocket Man jacket, and I know some other YouTubers kind of put theirs on or whatever, but this is only a medium. Like, why would they send out a medium? Any of it, I don't think I could ever wear a medium. Like 6 foot tall, with wide shoulders. So even if I managed to lose enough weight, I don't think I could ever fit into a medium. And this is just kind of a lightweight jacket. And it doesn't really have anything else on it. It just says Rocket Man on the back. But I figure instead of just leaving it here, sitting around somewhere, one of you might enjoy it. So that would be 3. So remember, you can comment 1, 2, or 3, or all 3, or any combination of what you guys are interested in. Love to hear what you guys thought of this guide. I thought there was going to be more movies in it now that I did it. I don't know. I thought there would be more movies, but I guess that is it. I don't know if you guys could comment like what movie-related gifts you got people. I don't know. They might see it though. I don't know. That'd be cool. I'm curious. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for the support you've given over the last year and beyond. And I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check the suggested videos. And for more movie news, check out my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.